The layers that surround Vanessa Lucido's departure from ROC Equipment and her participation in the ongoing story of the Curse of Oak Island reveal a world of reality television, commerce, and familial legacy that is diverse and nuanced. In the beginning, Lucido was praised for her leadership abilities. She played a significant role in progressing the treasure hunt through the use of reliable drilling equipment, successfully navigating dangers, and leading her team in an industry that was dominated by men. On the other hand, her fame caused a rift among her followers. While some complimented her technical abilities, others questioned whether or not her rise was due to familial ties. During the time that she was in charge of supervising deep drilling operations, Lucido frequently found herself at the center of community conversations that transitioned from her knowledge in machines to her presence on television. Some people made disparaging remarks about her ability, while others expressed real appreciation for her. This contradictory rhetoric created a polarized environment that made her professional journey more difficult. The aftermath of her father, Lulu Lucido's passing, resulted in the transfer of leadership of ROC to her. This presented her with the difficulty of demonstrating that she is more than simply a family name in the face of industry mistrust on her qualifications. Lucido's performance at ROC Equipment demonstrated her ability to successfully manage large-scale projects and navigate the problems that are faced by corporations, despite the fact that she was subjected to criticism. In order to ensure that ROC became a significant player in the excavation landscape, she initiated the implementation of cutting-edge machinery that changed drilling operations. Her ability to combine business savvy with engineering expertise was highlighted by the fact that the machines were well known for their effectiveness and dependability. This was a crucial factor that contributed to the increased awareness of the ROC brand on a global scale. In 2024, however, Lucido was replaced by Ed Robinson, the new CEO of the corporation, and his absence from the company's leadership page was abrupt and left without explanation. Fans and industry observers were left wondering about her disappearance, which led to widespread conjecture regarding the internal dynamics at ROC and the reasons behind her departure. While there were ideas that suggested a voluntary departure, there were also speculations that suggested a more subtle boardroom maneuvering approach that was aimed to realign ROC under different leadership. As outsiders attempted to understand her influential presence and quick disappearance, this stealthy transfer gave rise to a variety of explanations, ranging from buyouts to internal politics that influenced the fate of ROC. Engaging conversations about Lucido frequently spanned personal characteristics, ranging from her proficiency as an operator to her persona on screen. As a consequence, conflicting opinions about her function and value in the context of industry development and media representation emerged as a result of these conversations. Throughout all of this, the attention that Lucido received brought to light an unsettling reality. Her worth was frequently evaluated based on her beauty and branding rather than on the significant contributions that she made to drilling operations and heavy machinery. As a result of such commentary, the conversation concerning women's responsibilities in industry and leadership became more complicated, and the technical competencies that she brought to the table during her tenure were somewhat obscured. Nevertheless, the essence of her efforts remained crucial. She altered drilling procedures with her unique approach, maximizing ROC Equipment's potential to dig further into the historic enigma that Oak Island represents. Under her direction, ROC not only improved the technical specifications of their apparatus, but also elevated the company's reputation to correspond with continuing advancements on Oak Island. This allowed the company to mix the esoteric attraction of treasure hunting with the hardcore realities of business and engineering. It is not the case that Lucido's absence following the CEO transfer indicates that she has lost her influence inside ROC. Instead, it marked the beginning of her transition into a role in which she redefined her effect, despite being removed from the spotlight. Her impact was felt through the strategic decisions that drove ROC's procedures and operations, despite the fact that she was displayed less prominently on television. In spite of the fact that Lucido switched her focus by assuming the post of head of industry relations, she maintained a substantial amount of influence over the direction and visibility of ROC in a sector that is infamous for its shadowy dealings behind the scenes. This new position gave her the opportunity to continue altering perceptions inside the business, while also allowing her to enjoy a more substantial work-life balance. a deliberate move to maintain influence while focusing attention towards strategic connections and brand positioning for ROC itself. The decision to take a step back did not indicate disengagement, but rather represented a calculated move to remain influential. ROC did not experience a downturn as a result of her retreat from the direct limelight. Rather, the machinery continued to play an important role in key projects and developments in the area. The operational stability of ROC was maintained even while the machinery continued to buzz on site, which resulted in the reinforcement of the reputation that Lucido had painstakingly constructed. She maintained a legacy of performance and integrity with regard to the machinery and business processes that had been created by her predecessors, and she was responsible for fostering a culture of creativity and accountability that continued to exist even after she had left the company. Discussions of ROC after Lucido grew interwoven with impressions of Robinson's leadership style, which was described as stable and dependable, but lacked the spark that was associated with her direct involvement. As a result, some individuals criticized the gentleness of his approach in comparison to her dynamic energy. As rumors continued to circulate regarding Lucido's departure, the changes that were taking place within ROC mirrored broader industry developments in which visibility and market positioning were just as important as the technical specs of the technology that was being utilized. This dynamic brought to light the continual balancing act that exists between performance and perception, driving home the fact that successful operations required complex tactics that went beyond surface-level engagement with machinery and extended deeper into financial and corporate management. Lucido's influence was still there in the apparatus and procedures that ROC enforced, demonstrating her skill in modifying conventional drilling techniques while simultaneously incorporating broader narratives of treasure hunting into the operational framework of ROC. Her dual identity as a crucial industrial leader and a central player in the Oak Island drama was supported by this combination of engineering precision and spectacle, which highlighted her dual personality. Her studies in particular discovered insights about the fundamental economics that drive the narrative of treasure hunting. She emphasized that financial transactions that were adjacent to industrial demands were the foundation of every activity in a manner that was strikingly different from folklore. As a result of these realizations, opinions regarding the concept of treasure seeking were transformed. Treasure hunting was framed within a modern business framework that was filled with intricacies, which were frequently eclipsed by stories of ancient mysteries ranging around pirate money. Furthermore, Lucido's decision to switch from a highly visible leadership post to one that was more deeply rooted in business relations made it clear that he had a good awareness of the transformations that are occurring in the sector. The ability to navigate an industry in which beauty is frequently prioritized provided her with the opportunity to firmly establish her legacy while also enabling ROC to keep its presence in a terrain that is currently undergoing fast change. Since this is the case, her story becomes more complicated. It is no longer only about her leadership presence. Rather, it is also about maintaining her influence and tactically shifting to multiple jobs while simultaneously bolstering the exacting reputation of ROC. In general, despite the fact that fans speculated about Lucido's unexpected departure and evaluated her contributions, her legacy continues to be about a great deal more than the whims of viewers or the superficial narratives that are manufactured by the entertainment business. It is a tale that has been refined in the midst of the cacophony and complexity of television and corporate goals, and it symbolizes the struggles and victories that women have experienced in traditionally male-dominated fields. Despite the fact that the cameras have stopped rolling and the dust has settled from the relentless drilling activity of the gear, Lucido's enthusiasm, ingenuity, and tenacity continue to be a vital part of ROC Equipment's character. This is true even as the company continues to go forward with large drilling projects. An example of how long-lasting forces of change address the junction of personal ambition and industry standards is provided by the Oak Island tale, which ultimately brings together the interconnected narratives of reality television, business, and legacy. As a result, Vanessa Lucido's path encapsulates a more comprehensive narrative of endurance, adaptation, and empowerment. It gently challenges the rhetoric around women in leadership roles, while also bridging the gap between the visible and invisible forces that exist within the drilling business.